Welcome back. House is warm, dogs are warm, video's on. Let's get it. All right, today we're going to talk about having ADHD and what it's like, the experience of having it growing up. And what's it like for my kids? For me, ADHD was never a problem until I got older. I just was treated like a normal kid and all these things. Love to have fun, love to play, really energetic. I started noticing a little bit like when I was like, I would guess people would say elementary school. In elementary school, I didn't really like know what was going on. So just like, I wasn't really doing my homework. I wasn't really doing anything. I'm always getting in trouble. I would say it was more like a cry for help from like just family problems and all these things. But it was like, later on in life, we've learned that it was ADHD. Like, I was just really hyper. I was really like energetic and I couldn't stay on task. I still see that as an adult. Like, it's hard for me to stay on task or on topic on a couple things. But I learned to adapt and got on medicine for it as an adult, which actually helped out a lot. But being in middle school and high school, I didn't really know anything about it, but I was getting pushed aside like I was like something bad. Like, the teachers, they put me in learning disability classes, and I wouldn't say it was for my behavior because I knew how to act, but it was just like I was always up there. I was class clown. I was always joking around stuff like that. I didn't do my homework. But they put me in learning disability classes. And I didn't really know what it was because when I moved to Ohio, it was a transition and I started taking more tests for it. And that's when they kind of like, well, Brandon, ADHD is really high and his ADD is really high. And then, so I got on medicine for it. I didn't know how that medicine was going to affect my life until I got older. Personally, it didn't affect me in any bad way because I needed it. I needed that medicine so I can be what you all would call normal. For me, it was just like, it helped me. It helped me stay focused. It helped me get my work done. It turned me into like a better artist. But I think it was out of high school I got off of it. And it was nice because I learned how to like use that ability to be better. Because let's get real, ADHD is not a disability. It's like a superpower that a lot of people don't have. I can do a whole bunch of stuff and I can focus on things that people can't. I can figure out stuff that people can't. But growing up, it was treated as if I was like, I had a problem. No, like, people with ADHD were just like normal people. It's just, hey, like, we think faster. We do things at a different rate. We like to be involved in things. We're very energetic. Like a dog, I would say. Like, but growing up, it's like, I could see it was like controlling a lot of my life. Like, when I got off of medicine, like I couldn't like put my feelings in the right spot because it was like they were up for grabs. It was all over the place. But later on, I got back on medicine, which was a little bit better for me. And I'd say it's not for everybody, but for me, it actually helped me. It turned my life around. The biggest problem that I always like kind of feared, but people put fear in me, was when I had kids, what would happen with them? Because I knew like they would have the possibility of having ADHD or ADD. And lo and behold, it was Owen. Owen has ADHD. Whenever I got the paperwork from him, from the doctor and stuff like that, I guess he was on the lower spectrum of autism, which is kind of classified as ADHD. I don't understand that. But he's exactly like me. Like when I look at him and I talk to him, I see me as a child. He's very like, he doesn't stay on topic, and he's always like real crazy, and it's like, it's fun to be around him. He's like my golden child. Annalie's like my superstar, and he's my golden child because Owen is me. The thing about it is like, I protect who Owen is because I don't want the same mistakes. I want him to learn. I want him to grow. I don't want people to treat him any different. So I treat him the same as I treat Annalie. Because Annalie, she's kind of like low on ADHD spectrum and stuff like that. But Owen, he's like, when you're around him, you can tell. He's like really hyper. He's really like, he's me. Like, so I try to protect that. I don't see a problem with ADHD. When I got older, I saw the negative that people gave people with ADHD because, like I said, I need the medicine. Not everybody needs it. But it's like, I would see it's like, oh, you're taking this drug. It's just like this drug. Oh, like, you're a zombie and all this stuff. And it's like, I've never really been around people. Like, if I never told you that I was on it, you would never know. No one does. Like, my boss asked me one time, like, hey, have you been taking your medicine? And I was like, no. He could not tell because it's like, I was controlling it. I knew how to like adapt with it. And that was the goal, but it was like, I still to this day need it. It helps me out a lot. It helps me stay on topic. It helps me stay on track. But for like Owen, I'm never going to put him on medicine until he's older. And if he needs it, he doesn't need it right now. Your children don't need that stuff. Let them express that. That's just children expressing who they are. They'll learn more from that, which I did. I learned more about myself than what I did when I saw like kids that were on it. Nothing against those kids, but I just learned more about me. And when I got into I guess like adulthood, like 18, 19, I knew who it was, but I needed to figure out how to control that. Because for Owen, I treat ADHD as if it's a superpower. He is literally like a superhero. Because the way that he expresses himself is the way I always wanted to express myself. He's so fun. He's so loving. He loves to do all these cool things. And he's happy all the time. And that's literally the best thing ever, to experience me in him and get to see him grow in the right ways. Guys, I need your likes. I need your subscriptions. I need your comments. That'd be nice. Follow the YouTube. Have a great day.